Hello everybody, my name is Bearman, and I had been playing this world for so many years, I decided I wanted to make a documentation of it just in case it got lost. Now the amount of time that I've played this will not reflect in the things I have built, because I stopped playing this for a very long time, but still had the save. This is my main survival world, and this is the world that I have done just about everything with. And I wanted to show it off in a documentation series, just to keep everything in videos, just in case it ever was corrupted and I didn't have a copy of it somewhere. Now, what I'm standing in front of now is Central City Council Castle, the 4 C's. And it is my first hub of operations. It is still technically my hub of operations in this world. I still craft just about everything here. I smelt just about everything here. But I have moved recently almost all of the items that I kept here into my new castle over there, Central Castle. But first, let me explain a few things. It is called Central City. That is the little town I've built here, which will become a city, even though a lot of the stuff around it is still wilderness. I will work to make this a city. Now, it is a small castle. It's nowhere near the size of that one over there, but it's called Council Castle. Because the idea of my worlds, I don't play them to just, oh, it's all mine, I'm the only person left living. No, I want to make it believe that this is a living world with living factions and things like that. So this is the castle owned by the council, and if I do believe there are, I've forgotten. Well, there's a whole bunch of different kingdoms. The one we're in is the Central Kingdom, and this is their castle. This is, well, not their castle. That's the Central Castle, the castle of this kingdom. The council has united all of these different kingdoms. Well, united. It's like the United Nations. It keeps them from destroying each other, basically. It's a peace thing, and yeah, they help with peace and trading and all that. Well, enough with the story about this. This was not the first thing I built, obviously, but there used to be a mountain here behind me. Used to be a mountain. It went up to about above that building right there, and my first house was sticking out of the side of this mountain. It was a really crap house. It was just built to have my bed and a single double chest, I do believe I had in there. And one chicken wandered in there and got trapped, and that's all that house was until I started building this, and then I flattened that out and everything started building, and then I realized after I got a few of these things down that I was going to make a city here. So this wasn't, all the towers and stuff weren't here. It wasn't a castle yet, so I built it into a castle, made a little town. That one wasn't in my mind yet. This was the main castle until that until I started building that. Well, let's go on in. Wasting a little bit of time I have here. This is a little courtyard. This one is this little castle now. It's under renovations. It's made of cobblestone. I want to change that, but it has a lot of my trophies from what I've done in the world, like the dragon egg out in front here. And I think that's binding and a random axe for no reason. So we go in, we have my little trophies, and as you can see, it is under renovation. There's concrete on the floor. I'm not going to change the walls out yet. But let's see. Some facts about this is this is the home of the defense headquarters, which has nothing in it. Most of the stuff in my world isn't finished, or it is finished and just isn't furnished. So here you can see some of my trophies, like a dragon head, which I have more than one of. A couple of banner things that I found. Cave noise. I hate that, and I hate those noises. And that's not actually my first pair of elytra. I lost it, but it's the second pair that I ever got. And a couple music discs. And we go in here. It's a little different. And it has a giant red X on the ground, which is the kingdom's banner or flag. This and a couple other places are the only place, or one other place is the only place this flag is seen. Because I haven't had time to do anything or put a whole bunch of them around or create banners. I have one singular banner and it's being used somewhere else. Now here is just a small little bedroom. It's the Royal Rest, as it was first called. As you can see one of my old farms over there, with a balcony, and there's flowers everywhere because I tried to decorate the place a while back just to make it a little bit better, because there was nothing in here in this main place. I just recently did this like a couple hours ago. And we have my two parrots. One's blue and one's red, yellow and blue. Well, he's yellow. He's a good amount of yellow and got green on him. But this one keeps getting out of his block for whatever reason. Well, this is a cobblestone thing, as you can see. Infinite. It all goes in here. And this has been changed and morphed and everything else over time. Here's my food smoker. You see there's a lot of fish. All this fish is from me leaving the game on overnight with a fish thing. It's just a whole bunch of random stuff I smelted up here before I changed a lot of it. Now, it's as I said, it's my main workplace. As you can see, it's where I stored a lot of my stuff. And a lot of it isn't here anymore. But it is still where I smelt things. It's still where I do a lot of my smelting. Oh, I forgot to get this gold out here. But oh yeah, I used TNT as that because that's what I had on me from blowing stuff up. But that's basically all this castle has to offer, because anything further, just right up here, there's nothing. And there's still a few dark places where things could spawn. Now, a little later on, we have just in a second, I'm going to show you a place that sells tickets to go to a different world. Now, as I said, I want this place to be alive, so there's a store in the square over there that sells tickets to go on an adventure. And to go outside of the hold of the council, you need a passport. And here's where they're sold. I only have 2 places, and each place that you need a passport to go is actually a separate world from this one that I built up in creative mode or in survival mode if I ever decide to do one of those. That I've decided to need to be in a different world, or I didn't want to go off for in this world. This is Below Passport, and that's the Southern Shelf Passport. It is two different worlds. The Below is almost finished. The Southern Shelf I just started. It's just two different worlds that I've got a hankering to build something, and I didn't want to build it in survival mode. I'm going to take a rest and then go on to the next area. Okay, just over here from Council Castle is the Royal Bees. It's a little bee sanctuary that wasn't like this. Relatively, I say, in this world's history. Oh, they actually go in there. There's nothing in there, dude. Flowers, all your stuff's out here. But, it was actually not too long after the bees came out, so it relatively in the world's history, because this was a world way before that. But, this used to be my farm, my main farm. Right here was the two, went all the way down here. There was a big pumpkin melon, well, not very big, pumpkin melon, wheat, beets, carrots, potatoes, all of that was here. As you can see, whatever I didn't need, I just chucked into that and got bone meal from it. And I don't think there's any, no. But here is what, well, there's some of it. Well, here is my honey operation and my honeycomb operation. It's the bees. And I don't really use this for anything. I just wanted a nice place for them to be. But this connects to actually two different buildings. And this one was just another way to get out of here. It's not, well, I guess it could be. I haven't really thought of anything for this building. I guess the top floor could be part of the bee, top two floors actually, part of the bee business or whatever. But this building is actually part of it, and that is a gigantic bone. That's nice. It's a gigantic bone. Well, what are you staring at the wall? This building is actually part of it, and that's called the Sanctuary, I do believe. There's a sign there. I don't remember putting it there. This is actually where the royal dogs of the kingdom stay, and that's it. And down here is a little ladder to go down to the sewers. Now, out here we have High Block, which is this the top of the mountain, and this is just a few feet from where we started, just over here. But there's only a few buildings up here, and one of them is just a watchtower. But up here we have a few of my buildings. All of these are unfinished. Well, I guess one isn't unfinished. It's actually finished. But other things, the top floors are not finished. Here I just recently worked on this building. I just finished the top of it today, and I just need to put glass, because I'm not a huge fan of getting concrete and pouring water on it and then breaking it and then moving it. It's just a big hassle. But here we have concrete detecting. As I said, it's not finished. It's a private detecting agency that the kingdom created. It's going to be that the kingdom created for people for small issues that the kingdom didn't want to really handle in its court system, or that like small issues or things that needed to be looked into, but or people that didn't want to go to the courts or the kingdom for it, they can come here and have it dealt with quicker than with the kingdom. Next we have the Traveler's High Rest. This also isn't finished. There's really nothing inside either. Well, actually it is finished. I'm going to take that back. It's finished but not furnished. There we go. Just like I said at the beginning of this. It's just a little hotel for people that had to come from a different part of the kingdom's hold, as you could say, for a court or sentencing or whatever, or to see the king or the council face to face. It's a place for those people to stay. So it's not really a hotel, it's a staying place for people that have to be in court that are far away, so they can stay here. I left the doors open to this place again. Well, here's the Central City Center Court. It is up here. It's the courtroom for the southern suburbs and the eastern and southern suburbs. Well, the southern suburbs aren't really finished yet, so I don't know about them. I might build an entire different one, but it's just a little room. It's not really furnished either, but it is a small court. It's for smaller matters that don't have to go up to the king or the council. The council, if they had a problem, they would have court inside of their castle, and if you did something really bad, the king, you would have court in the king's castle. But right over there in that building is another court. That one's actually finished. There's a baby llama in that minecart. He's gonna steal it, isn't he? He's not gonna go very far. I broke the track down there. But right over there is another court. It's pretty close to this one. And the city does go over that way, a sort. But all this over here is under this court's jurisdiction. This court handles everything that comes over here. Now I may change to that because this court, I may just make all the floors of this court. Those two are empty floors. I just may make everything part of this court because it's at the top, but whatever. So, okay, next time we have, well, this is just a valley lookout. We come up here. I'm probably going to jump off of this. Let me just close that. We come up here and we come out to the top here, and we have a little campfire, which I started to put on top of lookout buildings, just for smoke. If we can get it. I don't think it's gonna. Ooh, I can't jump up top of that. There's one over there, but the smoke's not gonna show up. We're too far away. That's the reason I don't like Bedrock. Console Edition is so much better, so is Java, but this is the best I can do because my computer barely runs it. Java. But over there, you can see that's I was just testing. Oh! I fell off. Good thing I have Elytra. But over here, you can see I was, it's a little farm. It's the farm for what I have. I was building my flag just to see how it would look in wool, and it looks pretty cool. I just don't have enough wool. And here's the only banner of the kingdom's flag. Right here. It's the only banner. Now, you go back to over here. We're going to go back to one of the small squares we have. Those few, you can't see them, really. There's a puppy. Over there, those small blocks are going to be another square area in where all these tall buildings are. All of these are empty. They're not furnished. They're finished. But we're going to come back over here first to to the first square that was made, and it goes by Banking United Square. Banking United Square. Because of this building right here. This is the first skyscraper or tower or whatever you want to call it that I ever built in this world. And it's a bank for the town or city that is eventually the city that's gonna be here. It's gonna be one of the banks. I don't like those noises. And I know why it's making those noises, because right down there is the sewer. It's in a cave. Part of it is. But here we go. More signs there. Let's see. No access to floors 5 and 6. Repairs are being made from the attack. In this world, there's the council, and there are those that oppose the council. And as you can see, they attacked the top floor of this building. One of the employees here attacked there, destroyed top of the building, and did some damage. But I'm gonna go through some of the buildings down here. It's Stone Block Builders. This is a little market area, by the way. This square is. And they just still sell some stone, some cobblestone, all those products, which the building is not finished. Here we have the Square Foods and Bakery, which is, they sell food and bake food and buy honey from here to sell to people. Here's a few stalls and armor stand, which belongs to the Kingdom Steel Trades. And here's where I was talking, where you can buy a ticket to go somewhere. But they sell armor, and as you can see, there's the tickets. They sell armor and weapons, which the armor is on stand. They don't. I don't really have any weapons in there. Next up is the glass wastes fiery items, which has one of the walls blocked up. I like this sound. I really paid attention to that, of walking on nether brick. But actually started building a building next to this, and it blocked the window fences out. This isn't finished. It isn't furnished and doesn't have doors. And as you see, a lot of these buildings have these lights, and they actually only come on at nighttime. But yeah. And it's called Glass Wastes because that is what the area of the nether that has been explored has been named by the people that live here. Now this big building here, probably one of the more unique ones, even though it is still only built of wood. It doesn't have anything in it. Now it's got a really cool, place where it can have lights on the inside, but up here without actually being connected to the circuitry. So these lights in this building stay on all day, and the lights that run from the little power station here. Oh, there's a building that doesn't have light. Well then, gotta fix that. But okay. Well, that's about all for the little square, besides this big building and a few that are empty. Go over there. This right here is just city maintenance for a few of the light systems. And it goes down into the sewers. This is Smithing Center, which is the name of the businesses. They're supposed to, I was going to build more of these. I technically have built more of them, but they're not very fleshed out like that. Here's the central library, which is almost done being refurbished. Not refurbished. what do you call it? Oh crap. Renovated. I actually just finished renovating this to concrete because I just went through built a whole bunch of concrete. But it's also not finished because of the leather. Still haven't got enough leather or paper. Well, I've got enough paper to build enough bookshelves. Here we have Stonehenge Incorporated. That's just I just came up with the name. I don't really know what to do. I just like building the towers. Well, next up I'm gonna go back through here, actually, back over here. And there's a lot more on this world, but I'm gonna go on through and just show the major town. Because a lot of the other stuff just isn't big enough to warrant anything. All this over here is just empty buildings. If they do have a roof or not, they're not finished. That right there is just a small sugarcane farm. This is a little bamboo farm. It does lose quite a big amount of bamboo, actually. Now, if I just had the observer here and push everything off, that would be better. It wouldn't have any loss, but I don't care. And above us, through the roof, is actually a seaweed farm. Is that actually what it's called in the game? I haven't actually. Kelp. It's kelp. It's kelp. We have a kelp farm, and that's just about it for all the farms I have, besides the plant one in the ground. Plant plants in the ground farm. Now this over here is to the desert village breeder that I have, where it's the only village I've found, and it's the place where I got my villagers for one of my that I have in a totally separate place from here. But I'm not gonna show them off because there's not very many of them. Well, as of now, there isn't. But as you can see, there's two ways to get into the castle. There's a bubble vader to get in from the ground over there, where that farm is right there, where that little tiny building is. You can get in from over there, and I'm planning to build a little part of a town over there. But yeah, we're gonna get in is through the railway, the central castle, home of the kings, and a little arrow showing you that we're gonna take the rail over there. Now, before PlayStation got switched over to Bedrock, rails were a lot faster. I could already went up there and went all the way back by what I remember, but I'm sure it's not like that. Sure it wasn't, but it was a little bit faster. But here we have Central Castle. Down here we have a little area for everything that has to do with the castle, like a little castle forge or whatever. It's not finished. Pretty much everything isn't finished, and if I see something I want to change in here while I'm in here, I'll actually change it, because it's a work in progress. And so I have another portal, and I have one in the castle as well. But down here is my storage for everything that I have. There's a chicken, some wither skulls, I have wood, all that crap, shulker boxes. And well, I was gonna say, this was my first real big project in any survival world that I've ever done, because how much time it took, how much glass it took. I didn't really have a problem with the cobblestone because of the generator down there and all the mining I'd been doing, but that wasn't, well, placing it was my problem. Well, as time goes on, I will continue to add on to this, but the sun's coming up. I was going to run up here and go to sleep, but it doesn't really matter now. Yeah, this place is pretty much empty because it is yet to be finished. It will not be finished for a long time, in my opinion. But when it gets finished, it'll be finished. I left these doors open too, where you can come out on the roof and see everything. Eventually, all this would be built up. That's the start of the little village I was going to make over there. That's a little military operations place. See, I actually don't have any mob farms or anything like that in this world. So I do have an elytra on, but I haven't picked up any more rockets that I've made. I do mostly play this in peaceful mode now because I got tired of things blowing my builds up. But I've actually started to think I want to go back to it. So I'm going to start. I started building a creeper farm up there and have yet to come back to it because I forgot about it. But yeah, we're going to go to the tallest point of anything I've built in this world. Not technically, because there is something that goes all the way up to build height. Just over there. There it is. It's got another portal on it. I was trying to see. I was just testing the waters. Not testing the waters. Just testing different things with nether. And over here we have a start of a little jungle village, which I was going to build out, but got bored trying to get rid of everything over there. But this is all I really want to show right now. Oh, and by the way, that rail goes all the way out there, out to where the stronghold is, and the end. All I'm really going to show off right now, I didn't show that building off, but it's not finished. It's probably going to be the most detailed building I would have built, but this tops all of them, really. But it is the council HQ. It's where all their info is stored and how they communicate with everything else, all the other kingdoms that are under their control or whatever. But that's all I wanted to show off in this, because I'm getting tired. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. But I guess in the other videos I'll show off other parts of the world, maybe have in-depth talk about some of the stories behind the buildings, or some of the stories like the rebels, which I've got a book here. Hold on a second. Let me go through it for a second. Not the rebels. Okay, we have well, they are rebels, but you have the council in this world, which keeps the kingdoms together, but you also have the circle, which is only in this kingdom. I guess it could be in other kingdoms, but they would be called something else because they wouldn't know about each other. But the circle is a collection of business owners that despises the council. The sewers of Central City is controlled by them. Central City doesn't know about that. Neither does the king. But they have their own bank there because Central Kingdom used to use iron nuggets as their currency, as everybody's currency that lived in Central Kingdom. But when all the kingdoms were brought together, the city's currency was changed to golden nuggets. and that's the reason they use iron nuggets, because they just another way to kick them out, kick them in the butt or whatever. But they also control the slums, which are not built yet, because I have yet to get to that. Sometimes I will make a story for something and then build something for that story, because I want to have a purpose in what I build, even though most of the junk I build in here has absolutely zero purpose, unlike that down there, which actually has a purpose. It's for decoration and to actually get the different nether stalks, or they're not really wood, are they? But yeah, I guess that's it. So if anybody happens to see this besides me, give it a like, I guess. Well, this has been Bearman, documenting his world so it doesn't get lost to the void. Signing off.